Hi, I'm James and I am the head of teacher training at Rennert International, and today I wanted to share a brief insight about practical applications of brain research, of psycholinguistics. Something that I learned at a TESOL convention that I went to recently I thought was very interesting. Now, language gets stored in our brains. In order to learn a language, we can go through two different processes. One is to strengthen existing connections that we have to the information stored. Another is to make new connections to that information. The ultimate goal is to make those connections automatic so that we have automatic information retrieval. Now, we can achieve that in two different ways. One, to strengthen existing connections, lots of practice. The more practice we have, the stronger those connections get, and the more automatic that retrieval of information gets. The other thing that we can do is to include a lot of variety in our lessons. The more variety that we have, then the more multiple different pathways that students have to access that information. So they can access information with a very strong path by lots of practice, and they can access the information by multiple paths by us including variety in the lessons. Now, something else to consider is that the better that the learning situation matches the real life situation, then the more likely it is that students will remember that information when they're actually in that real life situation. The implications for this is that it's really important to have a lot of very meaningful practice, a lot of communication, a lot of fluency work, a lot of contextualization, so that when students are outside the classroom and they're in a real life situation, if they've had practice with that kind of situation, then the pathway to that information is much more accessible and they're more likely to make a connection and be able to use the language. So, three things to take away are lots and lots of practice, make that practice meaningful and communicative and contextualized, and have the students encounter and practice language in a variety of different ways so that they have a lot of different options of accessing that information. So a lot of practice, meaningful practice, and variety in your practice. Thanks.